Thank you guys so much for joining me for the Digital Expo. I'm so excited to be coming back this year, and I'm even more excited to have a very special guest with me. May know her as Eyes of Bahamian. You may know her from Cooking Chaos with Kache, or you may know her from just being a born, bred, good dad, proud Bahamian. But I just want to really welcome Kache Knowles with us today from Eyes of Bahamian.
Hey.
Now, I think that there's no better person that can introduce you than yourself. So, Kache, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Kache. I'm the founder of Bahamian Bey. Basically a platform that is meant to empower Bahamian culture in every aspect. So I'm on Instagram and Facebook, but more active on Instagram. And I promote Bahamian culture, Bahamian language, anything to do with Bahamian, anything, I post about it. Anything that comes to my head that's nostalgia, I try to include it on my platform, music, Bahamian music, childhood, like memories. So yeah, that's what I do. The Bahamian culture, something.
Now, Kache, you out here underselling yourself. I first met you at Gombe House and you had your shirts and you were being like, shy, I don't really want to talk about it. But I think I really saw you come out of your shell last year. I don't want to tell you how much I squawked and how much joy you brought me during that Comforters video.
Oh yeah. Girl, and it's so crazy because I did that, like that was live, but now I have like the Cooking Chaos series, which is the same concept, but like a little bit more like edited, condensed, you don't have to see every single detail. But even from then, like, and that's where the Cooking Chaos came from. Like I literally just knew, one, I can't make Bahamian food. Two, it would just be a mess. And three, it would be funny. So I had that idea from like then, like I really, and the name too, like Cooking Chaos with Kache. But I never pulled the trigger on it. I was again shy and scared. I was just like, people gonna run me and say, girl, you call yourself Eyes of Bahamian Bey and you can't even make Bahamian food. But apparently people love it. I don't know.
I think that comes from our culture. They like to say we mix up like conch salad. And even though the Bahamas is not a real place, it somehow makes perfect sense.
Right, exactly. It really isn't though. Like the things that happen in this place is like, okay.
Like sometimes I went to send one of my American friends like one of the little stickers, a Bohemian sticker, and I was like, she wouldn't even know what this meant.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, this is powerful. She was like, pardon?
Yeah, like it's so much like different like sayings that we have that literally just come up from like conversations like on a day-to-day, and then we bring them into like our daily words and phrases. Like I say this is powerful like all the time.
One thing I love is that you take those very Bahamian elements that make us who we are and you celebrate them. You not only have the sayings, but the history, the culture. Like sometimes when you drop those history lessons, I look there and I see the choices and I was like, I feel like I am feeling at a Bahamian right now, but I just walk away learning something. Tell me a bit about what inspired you to start celebrating being a uniquely Bahamian individual.
It really is this shirt right here, which I mean, I only have this on by chance. Before I started this page, I just noticed that people always argued about the right spelling of the word Bay. And I mean, while like I have a preference, we all have a preference. For me, it was more so, why can't we just accept that there's multiple ways to say it, multiple ways to spell it? We all have different accents. We all might not use the same words, and stop like trying to divide us more. Like, so for me, I wanted to create a place where we can celebrate whatever version of Bahamian you are, that's inclusive, highlights like history and culture, highlights the words that are not very validated and seen in our like actual society and community, and professional setting, and like just sort of like be a place where when you come here you feel at home, you feel like that nostalgia. So yeah, like for me, I was just like, we gotta stop arguing and we need to just come together. Like you spell it this way because you're from this island. That's actually cool. Like it's not meant to be like a fashion thing. I've always liked to talk Bahamian, especially, but like growing up, I was always corrected, which is I think a lot of like families, you are corrected to talk proper. And I always literally my explanation or like my declaration to my parents, like being like, no, I'm not going to talk proper would be, I's Bahamian, like, let me talk the way I want to talk. Like I yell it at them. So, you know, fast forward, it's crazy that that's a statement that I've been saying literally my entire life in like protest to me being said to, like, I have to be a certain way. You know, I love Bahamian people. I think we don't highlight and celebrate them enough. So that was definitely the motivating behind it.
Yeah, and I think that when you travel the world, people love these things. People love
Right.
us unique. I went to school for English, but like when you hear these Bahamian words, cheapos. What does
Yes.
that mean? That's my favorite word. I love tinsy, propsy, like
I love
pop down. Like these
right.
make us uniquely who we are, and I think that I just love that you celebrate it and say there is nothing wrong with saying,
Right.
you know, what you saying, but that's
Right.
us.
Exactly. Like, and I think that it is room for that to be included in professional settings. And I think that's the biggest part, that you don't talk this way when you like are speaking professionally. And it's just like, why can't we do both? Why can't we make our country multilingual? Like, you know, so I think that's just like highlighting those and giving it a place. Like we have no place. Literally everyone grew up hearing, you leave that talk outside.
Exactly.
When you come in here, you have to talk proper. And it's just like, well, why can't it just be both? You know, like there's literally nothing wrong with it. So yeah, like, yeah.
But I would say that I want to talk a bit about the entrepreneurial spirit that you have shown. Like I have my Eyes Bahamian shirt on today, and this is a conversation piece. You know, when you walk,
Right.
you go into the States, you go another country, and you see the shirt, you hear, "Hey, babe!" That
Yeah.
so much pride within me. What inspired you to really start to push these things out, and how did you find that you had a die hard Bahamian audience out there?
Right. So the page, literally when I started the page, I definitely just did it out of no goals. Like, you know, people usually start something, business plan, 5 year, no goals. Like my only thing was just like, I'm gonna post every day and like I'm about to have so much fun. Like this was supposed to be like my passion project, like a little hobby, you know, for myself. And it just took off like overnight. Like I couldn't really even keep up with how fast people just started following. It definitely was just following the energy, following, you know, just putting one foot in front of the next and just being like, okay, this is what people are asking for. This is what people want me to post. This is the word of the day that someone asked me, like, please, this is my favorite word, post this. So in terms of the shirts, it was the same thing. Someone on Twitter ended up, and I'm not even on Twitter, my sister showed me it and was just like, they were sharing the graphics and being like, I need this on a shirt. So I started in May of 2019. In July of 2019, I had my first set of shirts, which like when I look at them now, I'm just like, oh my God. But it really was just out of people asking for them. So like I had no intentions to do shirts, but I grew up in retail with my grandmother and my mom. So I've been in a store space literally from I was like 10, folding shirts, helping customers, like helping my mom order new merchandise for her store. So it definitely, there was no learning curve. Like it was second nature. Like I'd been doing it my whole life. So, but I hadn't intended to. So it definitely was just like, okay, that's what people are asking for. I'm going to do it. So when I got them in July, like when I think about the fact that I did that in such a short amount of time, and so the only thing that I had to learn is like, okay, so where do I sell these things? I didn't have a website. So I just was like, I'm going to come to Nassau because I lived in the loop at the time and pop up and ask somebody if I can set up a table and sell things. And I went to Dunkalik, Gumbe House and Hillside House for like the weekend. And that was it. I sold my stuff and I packed my stuff back and went back home. And I don't know, just kept putting one foot in front of the next and literally just kept doing that. And then the pandemic hit and now I needed a website to sell because I couldn't do pop-up. So that's when I got my website. So like everything was definitely like out of necessity. Like I definitely wasn't, someone with a plan. And I think that's what a lot of people think that I have or that I do. It's really just me being like, I want to do this thing. Like I think this would be fun and doing it. And then somehow, by the grace of God, it works. Somehow, I don't know. Yeah. So like even till I moved to NASA this year, because I'm like, I need to be where like the biggest population is. And my parents were just like, so what you gonna do? I'm like, I could pop up. Like I can do what I know how to do until another opportunity presents itself. But like I come in a Celtics.
But that's one of the things I've been really excited about. I've seen a bit of a renaissance in Bohemian brands, like apart from Eyes of Bohemian. You have like the Rise of Bohemian, which is my favorite necklace.
Right.
You have House of Assembly. I have on their shoes today. You see in these Bohemian brands just growing and popping up, and you see that thirst from Bohemians to, wear their own Bohemian-made designers. How have you experienced a lot of love from your fellow Bohemians and embracing what you've been doing?
Yeah, like I definitely have gotten comments where a lot of people have like, I guess, Eyes of Bahamian Bey to that like forward moving like Bahamianism. They're like, because before, there was this place to be like, let's be as Bahamian as possible. Like there were brands and we were like embracing, culture, but like there was not a place where it's just like, I guess something reminding you to do it every day. So like I definitely have gotten messages being like, thank you so much. You inspired me to start a business. Like I've gotten countless people saying like, because of what you did, I decided to start like a jewelry business with Bahamian words or like different Bahamian symbols, different Bahamian siblings. Why saying siblings? With different Bahamian symbols. So yeah, like, and that is definitely very encouraging to what I do. Like I even see like the word Bay being used quite a bit in like tourism ads and like different, like I saw it in the NASA cruise port. So it's definitely, I think like, finally everyone gets it. We're all like moving slowly in the same direction and being like, our culture and like who we are and identity is important and there is a place for it. So yeah, I definitely have gotten those messages, which is nice. It keeps me going.
Your face just lit up just now.
Yeah.
And I also have seen you have some exciting stuff coming up. So I have to ask you, tell us a little bit about what you see for the immediate future for Eyes of Bohemian and what is the long-term goals if you figured those out as yet.
The immediate, like right now. So I have my pop-up market that's gonna be in December. Again, like how people like have things planned. I do not plan. I wasn't supposed to be having this event. Like I literally decided in November, like I was just like, should I do a pop-up market? Well, not even a pop-up market, but an event. And then I was just like, yep. And then there goes the train moving. And then, all of a sudden I have vendors and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. Because again, I take very long to, I guess, commit to an idea out of like fear that it's not going to work. I've wanted to do an event for 2 years. Wow. And I just never have, and like always like made excuses. I almost backed out of this. But one of my good friends was just like, no, and literally just dragged me until like I was walking on my own. But yeah, like I'm very excited about that because I've had the vision literally just living in my head for the past 2 years, the same as the fucking chaos. The vision just living in my head, and finally it's out there. Like I'm creating and being able to release these like ideas. And I have some very excited about that.
Now you gotta tell them the date, location. You underselling yourself. Tell them come out.
Yes, come out and support. It's gonna be at Ty's Place on Village Road, which is also home to Tipsy Bar. There's gonna be multiple vendors, jewelry, things for your pets, socks, swimsuits, candles, beauty supplies. A lot of vendors in one area. It's gonna be Sunday on the 19th of December from 9 to 5.
A lot of those vendors are going to be Bohemian too. So,
all of those vendors are going to be Bahamian. So, which is like, that's really exciting. And like, just really good, like a variety of things. And it's going to be Sunday, which gives you an extra day to do some shopping. Cause I know a lot of pop-ups are happening on Saturday. And for me, it's just like, well, what about Sunday? And because Christmas is the following Saturday, this is the last weekend that we have to shop. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's just like, okay, we needed an extra day, just to get our last, minute buys and do stuff. We're gonna have complimentary mimosas from Caribbean Wines and Spirits, which is really exciting. So you walk in with your mimosa, you're shopping. Some other things that I have not confirmed yet, like, complimentary activities, but I haven't confirmed them yet. So let me not say it before somebody no, I can't, but this, you said it in that video. And I'm like, oh, that didn't work out.
Not surprises and surprises. Let's put it that way.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And Kache, I have to ask you, as someone who is out here waving their full-on Bahamian flag as a Bahamian ambassador, what makes you love the Bahamas so much? Because that's our theme this year, love Bahamas. So why do you love the Bahamas?
I guess it comes from my experience growing up in the Bahamas, growing up in Eleuthera. But I think it's the people. This is literally always my whoa and my crying. I was crying that we don't highlight the Bahamian people enough. And I feel like our main thing is suntan and sea, and we ride that wave forever and ever. Suntan and sea, come to the Bahamas. But I really think it's the people who are very captivating and authentic and the real gems and jewels of the Bahamas, but we do not give them their flowers. And that's something that really bothers me a lot. But it's an inspiration for everything that we do. It's the person who is literally out on some dock right now making conch salad that keeps this culture authentic and thriving, and we do not give that person their credit for waking up every day and doing, the hard, labor-intensive things that keep our culture alive. It's the person who is in the shop making gossips from John Canoe just for us to enjoy it every year, that's committed to keeping that aspect of culture alive. I don't contribute to doing those things, but I see those people and I give them their credit. And I think that's why Bahamian Bey is where and who it is in our community, because it's I see the person who's literally skinning the goat for the goat skin drums. Yeah. And it's those little intricacies that we forget to mention.
I love it. Now, I have one last question.
Okay.
It would not be an Eyes of Bohemian interview if I didn't ask at least one Tropsy question. You say Porky or Porkin?
Which one do I do? Porky or Porkin? Some people always ask me this question, what I speak. And the thing is, it's annoying. I don't even know which one is go with which island, because it's really an island thing. Porkin or Porky? Porkin.
The Bohemian and me say Porky.
No, I definitely say Porkin. The Porky sound funny. Porky.
I love conversations like this because you go on for days. Is it gully wash, sky juice? Is it directly direct?
Right, gully wash. Yeah, and I think it's so interesting that this is another thing that I find interesting is that there's so many aspects that fall in the umbrella of Bahamian culture, but it's island dependent. There's certain things that you find this in this island, you find this in the next island. That again has not really been explored.
Ask one more Tropsy question, because you give it a PC answer. A, do you believe in tropical conch salad, mayonnaise and conch salad, and pickle conch salad?
Tropical conch salad, yes. Mayonnaise and conch salad, no. I've never heard of pickled conch salad in my life. What is that? I know it's pickled, but no.
So
tropical, yes.
So you're a girl after my own heart. Be it that mayonnaise. I'm sorry, I'm a very accepting mayonnaise, but if you put some mayonnaise on my conch salad,
yeah,
you're ended.
I just feel whoever started that trend just crossed the line, and it was just mayonnaise is going potato salad. Mayonnaise is going significant things. But it's a no. Just mayonnaise on potato salad?
Yes. Cooking.
Oh, okay. I just say you have to edit that out because I embarrassed myself.
No. Next episode of Cooking Chaos, we cook potato salad.
Girl, I did macaroni yesterday. Oh my gosh. And it's really funny because it's the second episode. I'm okay, Kache, the peas and rice, yes, it was chaotic. Yes, it was a mess, but like, it's macaroni. Like, you bound to like, it probably ain't gonna be as crazy. No, literally a mess.
Well, thank you so much, Kache. I didn't get you in too much trouble with my questions about cost salad, as well as some of our controversial Bahamian topics. But I want to thank you so much for taking part in the Digital Expo. And I am looking forward to supporting you at your pop-up event, which is going to be taking place at Thai Place, December 19th, Sunday. You know, as Bahamians, we love some last-minute shopping. So be sure to check out your fellow Bahamian vendors at Eyes of Bahamian.
Yes.
You have
Yes,
anything
yes.
else to add, Kache?
Thank you for having me. This was such a fun conversation. I can talk about this stuff all day, every day. So any opportunity, I'm like, yes. But thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for coming on. And be sure to follow the Eyes of Bahamian pages, social media. Check out their website. Buy some Eyes of Bahamian merch for your loved ones this Christmas, especially the ones who are, abroad. They
away, right.
Love it. So thank you so much for taking part in today's Digital Expo.